Hi guys, Wakka here. I had hoped over a day ago to have shown you the new asset drop. There were a few issues that Treyarch found, so it gave me time to have a look at tidying some items up. One of the key things is every time asset drops appear, it overwrites a lot of files, and it has actually caused people to lose a lot of work. So I thought it's time to really get organised with all my AID or APE assets. So the asset manager allows us to create our own GDT files. So I had one big Wakka file. I'd also put files in the standard SSI GDT. Now if you imagine every time there's a new update to that SSI, those are all going to get overwritten. So I've started to create my own. So I'm missing a few at the moment, but I've got one here. But then as I've worked my way through, I've realised, you know what, there's getting a lot in here. I need to start splitting it out. And it's really easy to use. It's okay if you've put loads already in one, but what I would suggest is you create one per map, and if they're very specific, just to the map, and then create other ones that are just generic sets. So I'm going to create a few new GDTs. So we're going to have one for Wakka Sky. Let's go Wakka Sky. We're going to have one for Wakka Models and one for Wakka Textures. So the Sky one should be fairly easy. If I actually just select SSI, it's there. So I'm going to want that one in a minute. And all you need to do is drag and drop. Now sometimes not as easy as you'd think, so the other way I could do it, I can cut and then I can paste and then I can save. I've been putting a lot more things in, so we need to get the skybox textures across and other assets, and I think I just heard it crash, but we should be alright. Just having a good old long think. What else do we need in here? If I just check the default skybox, it's using skybox default space 1, and that is using skybox underscore default underscore text box. So let's take all those because they're all skybox related. And that's a that's a skybox as well. Perhaps that's not, so stand corrected. Right, so sorry I'm babbling. So let's just highlight these, we can cut and we can paste and we can save. And I know there's no issue. I've got some textures here, we can preview them. So here's some of the stone textures, and I've been using them in Valley of the Kings. I've started just to bring in the basic textures. So these are the original ones. We've done a bit of conversion, I've done a bit of replacing. I'm going to put the proper rocks in here. We can have a quick wander around, I guess. It was one of the first things I did show, but I've actually gone to the trouble of fully texturing this now. So I've got some hieroglyphs. There is further work that needs doing with this, but it's as a basic construct, it's going okay. So we've got some buildings, a bit of damage. There's a lot of work to do with this, but it's going to be a nice size map when it's done. It's going to be a good sniping map. I'll probably have to put a lot of sand and dust in some areas of cover. There is a tunnel system. I disappear under. So we have tunnels linking various other parts. So it's not completely beyond the realms of possibility to sneak up behind people, but we'll do more work on this. And there's a fair amount of cover. I mean, as a player model goes, if we got to the top, drop him in, just to give you an idea of scale. He's quite a small dot, in a very large map. So no matter how good you are as a sniper, if you're hidden out of the way down here, you're not going to get seen that easily. And there's very few advantage points. The biggest one being probably the top of here and the top of here. There's going to be a bit of a tower going on there. I've also been working on this. No, I don't need to save that. So I am, again, this is a bit of conversion going on from an older set of prefabs. As we can see, it's got a lot of work to do. It's very generic layout, but we get the gist. It's meant to be a mosque of sorts. I need to wait till we've got some more assets to use for this. We've got sort of funny sloping ceilings. Go up here. This doesn't really work, but you can kind of get the idea. It's the dome. Some nice bits of arches around. More work in progress, I guess. Not a lot else to update. It's really a case of I'm waiting for the zombie assets to drop now. Trey are working hard to make sure we get them in a good stable state just for the alphas test, which invariably means there's probably going to be some bugs for us to iron out. But there are a lot of us working on it, and be assured as soon as we can show you them, we will do, but I'm hoping that they drop shortly or perhaps tomorrow, so they're good for the weekend and I get a good weekend playing with them, and we can start dropping zombies into other scenes. So I know I might even drop them into this. We could have zombie people around the mosque. That's about it really. There isn't any major updates. I just wanted to cover off that you need to think about what you do with the assets you create. You want to file them in a nice orderly manner and make sense of them, because I've started to get quite a lot of textures going here now. I found there aren't enough textures for me to work with, so especially brick textures and tiles, and I've got some canvases in, got some more metals. Hopefully when everything else drops we'll have a lot more to choose from, but I've just been lacking certain textures, so I've had to go away, find some nice seamless textures and bring them in. It's the best way, but it's a real powerful tool as the APE, so you can do anything really. You can change the colours, the dimensions, all sorts of stuff. It's brilliant. That's it guys. If this video is quiet again, let me know. I'm hoping I've fixed it now. Cheers.